Go. Okay, pour today that I'm doing is out of week-old paint that has gone a little bit cruddy, but I'm gonna see if I can still use it. If not, it's only paint that I would have thrown away and I can scrape the canvas and start again. So I've got my girlfriend from England here with me, Jilly, as well as I told you last week that she was coming. So we've had a few days of gadding around the Sunshine Coast, doing a few things and doing the nice girly things, lunch out. Jilly will be doing a pour with me very soon. But this one is just to get rid of this paint that I've had sitting there for the week, and I just want to see if I can reuse it. What I'm going to do is a big bowl pour, so a dirty cup pour, and I'm going to pour it over reverse colander, strainer, whatever you call them. What do you call these, Jill?
Colander.
So, okay. Well, that's not exactly flat, but doesn't matter because I'm going to pour onto the top. So the first thing I'll do though is get those paints and can you pull that? I've got a bit of sticky stuck to my glove. So as you remember, I've been doing the test on these gloves to see how long they last. They were the dishwashing gloves, so they're still going. Obviously they're covered in paint, but they're actually still quite comfortable to wear. So I've probably saved about 20 disposable gloves by using these, so just out of interest. So we're going to try loading this bowl up. You just have a look through to see if that's in the right spot, Jilly. Jilly, another Jilly. If you just stand on there and have a look. She's just going to check my camera because, as I said before, I keep running out. Is it running? Yeah? All good to go. She's staying silent, she doesn't want to speak. So I'm just basically doing a big fat dirty cup with this. All of this paint was the Mont studio acrylics mixed with my Elmer's glue and water, 70% Elmer's glue and water, and the recipe will be, oh, that one's a bit thick. This was, oh, that's a little bit thick. We'll just go with it. It's an experiment. That was white that I ended up, I think it had a bit of gold added into it or something, but we'll just, and this is like a hot pink, sort of a big deep dusty pink. It is looking a little bit gluggy, but I'm going to see what I can make of it rather than just throw it in the bin. Might make something good, it might not. So just loading it up down the lip of this bowl. So this is going to have a real mismatch of colours. So we'll really test the colour theory. What? Oh, that is a little bit gluggy. Little bit. Just keep going with it. Keep going with it. See what we get. Yeah, Jilly, I'll do mix some paints up and have Jilly do a pour on my video for me, so with me giving her instructions along the way. There you go. It couldn't be one of my pours, could it, if there wasn't the dogs going off in the background. So, okay, we've used the dusty pink. We've used, it was white, and I added the blob of purple to make it that purple. And then the green light, and then this is the orange in the global. I'm going to add a bit of gold that I had left. There's the metallic gold. I'm just going to put it in there. We might get mud and we might not. I'm going to really scrape the bottom of them because the glug's on the bottom. So a bit of the navy that I made up. I do like this navy. Oh, actually a chunky bit just fell into that, but you know what, the actual strainer will sort that out, won't it? Oh, that's a good, yeah, oh, I definitely thought of that one. Not Now back to the dusty pink. This probably actually will be too much paint for this canvas, maybe. We'll see. Okay, back to the creamy white. That's a bit gluggy. He can talk. She's doing sign language to me. He can talk. I can hear another Brummie. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Left with that. Maybe a bit more of that. Maybe I'll use that up.
Have they already got silicone in?
Yeah, they've all got. Yet any questions you want to ask me along the way? Feel free, Jill. Yeah, they're already pre-made up with the Elmer's glue and water, and I already added the two drops of silicone. So as you know, the recipe will be in the drop-down box in the V on the video of the recipe, and the Elmer's glue and all of my supplies will be in the Australian supplier in the drop-down box if you're interested. My great push pins will be there too that I use at the bottom of the canvas, like so. Let's just recheck I've got that back in. Now this doesn't feel as though it's completely flat on the bottom, but I'll just go with it because it's, so I'm going to pour it in a circular motion around the, as you see I'm doing a reverse colander pour. You can see the colours might muddy up on it, but at least this sieve kind of action on the top might stop any chunky bits going through. I haven't done one of these before with this reverse like this, so this is a first for me, and it might end up just a big mud because it actually has got a long way to drop, hasn't it, from there, whereas if it was the other way, it hasn't got such a long way to drop. And that's the resident gecko giving his opinion of proceedings. Yeah, Julie and I are supposed to be doing a trip to Sydney, so I live in Queensland in Australia on the Sunshine Coast. Julie and I were going to fly down from Maroochydore, the Sunshine Coast Airport, down to Sydney to show Julie hopefully the Opera House and the bridge, Sydney Bridge, and then up the Blue Mountains where my brother and his wife and family live, and do the Three Sisters and views. So hopefully we'll put some photos and even might do a little video of our little treks away. This might turn out just one big mud pie, but at least I can say I tried doing something with all this paint, because it was just really, I probably would have tipped it away because I know that I've had it over a week. It's coming like a kind of like a cloud effect from what I see seeping from the sieve at the bottom. It's definitely not my normal, but we'll see. Oh, this is slow going. My wrist is getting really tired now. Really tired. Okay, let's speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Stop wiggling now, I'm just tipping. Can go in its own spot wherever. It's not really doing anything exciting from what I can see. But you know what, I'm going to post my failures with the successes, I suppose. The bottom of the bowl looks really nice. I'll turn it around and show you in a minute. Okay, I think that's about it. Look at that. Wow. The colours look lovely in the bowl. Okay, now I'll just let that sink because any blobs that I had in it are kind of stuck in the top, which is a good thing. So we'll see. Wow. Wow, not sure about that one. Okay. It's a weird effect, isn't it? Like big jellyfish in there. So I'm just trying to slowly take it over the canvas. Didn't really give an effect of the colander like separate holes or anything, but I'm not even sure if I've actually watched a colander pour, so probably should have watched one. But you know, you can always try to rescue it if you don't like it. Like, as you know, if I do try to rescue this with, I'll torch it, and then even then, if I don't like that, the balloon usually rescues just about anything. Not going to worry too much about right over the edges. It's yeah, not really saying that there's anything there that I can see that's fantastic, but I know that not always my opinion's the same as anyone else's. But it's early days yet. God. Do you think, Julie?
I like it.
You like it? See, that's always the same. I think, oh my goodness, what have we got here? It's kind of like a marbly.
I was just going to say marble.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to finger pop the very edges. See what we've... Is that all covered at the back? Okay.
No.
Just check if it's in the frame for me. See, I've got I can do that at the end, but
you need to take it a bit more towards you.
Okay. Usually do mark this sheet, so I know where to pull it back to. It is kind of, I mean, I can absolutely leave it like that. I might take a photograph of it like that, if you notice. Must be in a surprise. Do I really want to? Nah, it's all right. I'm gonna get the torch. I'm gonna get the torch and see what I bring up. If you obviously like this sort of hazy, marbly effect, then you would leave it like that, wouldn't you? You think I should torch it, Julie? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Julie said to torch it, so if it stuffs it up, it's her fault. So okay, the dogs have appeared, the hubbies appear, we're all action here. Ooh, look at that. Doing a quick one. Well, I mean, it's kind of nice muted sort of lilac-ies, isn't it? I'll do a photograph of it, see what you think, and then I'll take this out. No, oh, okay. No, the light, honey. Can you just turn that top light off for me? Thank you. Top one. Yeah, that's okay. So I'll just turn the light off for my photo so I haven't got the glare back on the camera. I'll take a photo, so as you see, if you want to take a photo of it to get some prints, if there's certain parts of it you like, you can zoom in on, and other parts so you can get nice prints from it. So okay, took the photo. So lights on, director, thank you, producer, director. Now, I would either just leave that and see what develops, because I can actually see some really interesting things coming out of it. Yeah, some really interesting things. I mean, I can come back after it's sort of settled a bit more and do a balloon. I could try the balloon. I mean, look how much more vibrant that looks in the cup. I mean, that looks really interesting, doesn't it? In the cup. I could leave that to dry in there. I love leaving the paint to dry and then peeling it all out. It's like, yeah, I do like that weird thing I've got to do. Still got this little water balloon going. How long does this is another test, isn't it? This balloon's been going for weeks. Yeah, a little pink eye has appeared there. Not sure if I've got a full balloon blown up. I did have, but yeah, that was a week ago, so really greyish looking under there, but there is something that's gone that grey. It's obviously the dark navy mixing with the pinks has sort of caused it to go a little bit grey, and it is obviously very wet, so it would be beneficial for me to just leave it for a while now. I will leave it because, yeah, very, very wet, and it's not really doing anything. It's just, so I'll leave it to, it like basically self-levels and absorbs into canvas, and then look, I mean, this is appearing really before our eyes, so there might be some good things to come from it. So I will just leave it for a while and I'll be back with you. Okay, I'm back. I've just had a little bit of a balloon dip in it. Not really much, the balloon's not really making a vast difference. If you can see, there's a load of lacing that's come out in this pour. So I mean, that's really pretty. And what I thought was brown through here, Jill's just corrected me, and it's the gold coming through. So that might dry really quite bright. But I'll just give it a few balloon dips with this little balloon with water in it, and see, still quite wet actually. So it's not really, that sort of that navy underneath. This would probably be, it's way too much paint there, look, see, it needs to dry off again even further. So it's been about an hour. No, that's not, way too much paint, look, it's just folding in. Actually, that balloon is wet. I think my actual balloon that I've had going for 20 million years is about to give up the ghost. But I'm going to leave it, and I'm not going to do any more to it. And if I do come back, oh, it might be even an hour or more, I will definitely put photos up at the end to see the end product. But it's kind of a muted mauve. It's got some lacing, not looking too bad. What do you think, Julie?
I like it.
You like it? Yeah? It's all good then. All right, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, press the subscribe button, and then see you again next time.